You as a human person with a human body, I trust you've all got a human body today, need to exercise. I hope you take exercise. You exercise your body to remain fit. Athletes exercise their bodies, train their bodies to get very fit. Bodybuilders exercise their bodies to develop their bodies. You need to exercise your faith in order to activate it and also to develop it, because works, actions, develop your faith. Actions also strengthen your faith. And in the words of James, actions complete your faith. Actions bring your faith to maturity. So a lot of people have immature faith because they're sitting on their faith. They're not putting their faith into action. I know of one man who was concerned, a very wealthy businessman, concerned that he was so wealthy that he didn't have to trust God for anything. Now, of course, he had to trust God with his business, but it was just going so well. So he said, Lord, I want to trust you with something. And so this is what he felt he should do. He threw away his alarm clock. He threw it away. He said, I'm going to trust you, Lord, to wake me up every morning. Now, for a lot of us, that would take a lot of faith. And that he said more than that, that Lord, you would wake me up at this time you want me to wake up to pray. And by that, he didn't just leave, okay, Lord, it's over to you now, I'm going to sleep, you wake me up when you want to. Because I think the Lord might let you sleep until midday just to teach you a lesson. But that was a word to that man. It was a rhema word, and he trusted God. He lived without an alarm clock. He never asked for an early morning call, and he lived like that. He trusted God to wake him up, and God woke him up whatever time God wanted him up, and he woke up then to wait upon the Lord, to hear from God, and to pray for and to plan for his day. So you need to activate your faith. You need to put it into action. Don't let this inactivity keep you down. You have to build your faith and make sure that your living faith is activated. Now, James, as we said earlier, does not contradict Paul. So, for example, where it says in Ephesians 2:8 and 9, that you are, for by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not of yourselves, it's the gift of God, not of works, lest anyone should boast. That passage does not contradict James, where James speaks about actions and works, and that without faith, without works, faith is dead. Because they're both talking about different things. James 2 speaks about good works being carried out in faith. Ephesians 2 speaks about us not being saved by good works, but being saved for good works. So Ephesians 2 says, you're not saved by good works, you are saved for good works. Because verse 10 says so. It says, for we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus, for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. And so we've been created for good works. That's what Ephesians 2 says. This is our faith in action, which is exactly what James is talking about.